Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris were regarded as geeks and as marginal within the school's social framework. They were even called the outcasts. They didn't play any games or sports. They weren't particularly rich. They weren't particularly good-looking. In the Great Hall at the front of the school, there is an impressive showcase displaying the sports trophies won by Columbine High School, the pride of students and staff alike. But Klebold and Harris were never part of any team. A lack of enthusiasm for sports set them apart from the others.
Well, the top at Columbine was, it kind of varied between the wrestlers and the football team. There was a couple of guys who were at the top, whether out of fear or out of actually being cool or whatever. There were a couple of guys that were at the top because of that. There were a couple of girls who were at the top because of their situation, how they looked, the money they had, things like that, their grade point average and how much they obeyed the teachers, all that stuff. They were the bottom 2 kids in the entire school, not just out of the senior class. The entire school, they were the 2 uncoolest kids. So they were the losers of the losers, is the way to put it.
In his diary, Dylan Klebold vented his frustration. I see jocks having fun, friends, women, lives, or rather shallow existences compared to mine.
I was pushed against a locker one day by a football player at the school, because he saw me talking to Dylan, and he asked me, why are you talking to that faggot? You dyke? He was just throwing his weight around. He was just being a jerk.
Eric and Dylan did get this every day, and we all knew it. And we all talked about it, and we laughed about it because that's all you can do.
These images were shot 1 year before the massacre took place, and this time Dylan holds the camera. Eric has his back turned, and he is wearing a black t-shirt.
They're walking through the halls, and you can see a wall of jocks coming at them. You get the hell out of the way. It's their hall, their world. And Eric and Dylan didn't get out of the way. And so you see the jocks lay their elbows right into Eric and almost knock the camera out of his hand, and you don't hear them bitching because they're so used to it. They don't go, "What the hell was that?" They go, "Uh-huh," and they just move on because it's so commonplace. So shooting the kids at Columbine apparently is easier than fitting it at the school. That's the biggest lesson to learn about Columbine.
The sequence continues in the school cafeteria.
Well, the gear, it tore up the gear.
Eric Harris also kept a diary. He too was fascinated with violence and with weapons. He drew himself as a triumphant warrior on a battlefield. He was interested in Nazism and the Ku Klux Klan, and he was obsessed by genocide. In big capital letters, he wrote, "Kill mankind." The entire diary is a litany of hate. Hate. I'm full of hate, and I love it. I hate people, and they better fucking fear me if they know what's good for them. I'll get revenge soon enough. Fuckers shouldn't have ripped on me so much, huh? Ha. The 2 friends worked on their video skills and started making small science fiction films.
A few years ago when that first atomic bomb went off near here, for some reason, some of these clothes have been just getting pretty radioactive on us, so gotta go take them out.
Yeah, the government here wants us to take out none of those radioactive clothes infested encampments.
Yeah, we've been doing those for the past few months. They get harder and harder every time. I don't know how we're gonna keep doing this stuff. I think we might have to get some more weaponry.
Dylan and Eric play 2 Tarantino-style cops. They have fake weapons. This time a friend is filming them, just a short distance from their homes.
Keep your eyes open, keep your fucking fingers on the triggers, shoot anything that moves it's made of clothes.
According to the script, They have to go down into a basement to recover some radioactive clothing. But the sci-fi tale of intrigue soon descends into farce. The short film we are watching now was made just 5 months before the bloodbath at Columbine. This time, Dylan and Eric play agents of rough justice. They recruit one of their classmates to play a student victim.
People are always making fun of me. I don't like it. I need some help. Ooh!
The two teenagers film themselves inside the school. The fictional drama enables them to avenge their actual daily humiliation. The scene is macabre. They are dressed as they will be for the massacre. It's a dress rehearsal.
We can protect you, but for a cost. I'll pay anything. Very well.
In the following scene, the two actors fulfill the contract and execute the person who is victimizing the student.
Thank you guys so much. You saved my life.
You know what? He's kind of getting going.
Yeah, he is. We should kill him.
I think he should die.
Alright, this is cool.
At the end, their vitriol explodes to the camera lens.
No, you goddamn piece of punk-ass shit! Do not mess with that friggin' kid! If you do, I will rip off your goddamn head and shove it so far up your friggin' ass, you'll be coughing up dandruff for 4 friggin' months!
Look, I don't care what you say. If you ever touch him again, I will frickin' kill you. I'm gonna pull out a goddamn shotgun and blow your damn head off. Do you understand, you little worthless piece of crap?
For Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, the boundaries separating fiction from reality were no longer clear. The Brown family filmed Dylan Klebold 5 months before the massacre, during rehearsals for the school's end-of-year play. Dylan was the show's sound engineer.
And look, he's smiling. It's not that he hates these people. He's listening to Mrs. C, giving instructions.
And he was going to kill them all.
Yeah.
All of these kids that he's interacting with here, he's planning to murder all of these kids, yet here he is with them. I don't know that it was a reality to him until he actually did it. I don't know.
In his long coat and military boots, Dylan Klebold has adopted the stone-cold killer look for everyday use, a B-movie fashion victim.
As their friendship grew, there was a definite change in both their personality, and Eric and Dylan went very dark, antisocial.
Judy Brown recalls one particular incident that took place 4 months before the massacre. Dylan Klebold was dining in a restaurant with his mother, Sue.
Dylan had on his coat and those glasses. And as Sue looked around the restaurant, she thought people were uncomfortable and were afraid of him. And she said, "Dylan, people are afraid of you. With that on, you need to take it off." And he just smiled at her. I think when he got this coat, it's the first time he ever felt power in his life.
Eric Harris's behavior was also becoming more aggressive.
He just became angry, had this outward animosity towards other people. Just like nothing was good enough for him. Nobody was good enough for him. He was better than everybody else, and because he was better than everyone else was stupid, and he hated them.